All right, so you asked and I'm going to answer. So here is 7 ways to increase your credit score. Quick and simple. Well, the video is going to be quick and simple. Actually doing it may take a while. So if you're ready to buy a house and you need to do some credit repair, the sooner you start, the better. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Dream Home in Arizona. My name is Kamya Newcombs with Engel Völkers. So let's get started. What should you do to increase your credit score? First and foremost, pay your bills on time. Now, I'm not just talking about any loans or credit cards. It's also like utility bills and stuff. Everything is linked to your credit and your FICO score. So even your utility bills need to be paid on time. Even though, they have a little bit more of a grace period than, let's say, a credit card bill, just make sure all those are going to be paid on time. A good food for thought is have a really good paying record for at least 12 months. All right, so the second thing to remember when you're trying to increase your credit score or raise your FICO score is to keep your credit utilization low. So a good kind of round number to remember is try to keep it within 30%. So let's say you have like $1,000 credit limit. Of course, if emergencies happen, completely understandable. I have to get tires pretty soon for my car, so I get it. There's some things that happen that you need to take care of that you might not have budgeted for or something. So you use your credit card. But if you're maxing out your credit card, don't just pay the minimums down. Pay as much as you can in order to get down to like a 30% and then work that way. To pay it off would be even better, but at least try to keep it within 30% of the max. And because if you max out your credit card, this shows a little bit more of a risk to lenders. It just shows like a risky behavior, and we don't want that. We want to make sure that they see how great you are at paying your bills. That includes, of course, all of your credit card, any loans, but definitely keeping those within 30%. Third thing to remember is keep an eye on your credit report. So regularly review your credit report. There are 3 major credit bureaus, and if you watched any of my last videos, I went over some of those. But make sure you keep an eye on that credit report. Have a check on it. If you see something that's not supposed to be there, or maybe it's fraud or just a mistake, take care of it immediately. Get that removed off your credit report, and that will increase your FICO score and really help your credit rating. Remember, when they look at your credit report, it's just a snapshot of the 3 major credit bureaus. So if there's something on there that's not supposed to be there, it does take time to have those removed. They'll put them on right away, but taking them off sometimes takes a while. A couple letters need to be written, so on and so forth. So if you do see something that is on your credit report that's not supposed to be there, take care of it immediately. And that way, when you're ready to buy, you have the power to buy. The fourth thing that you can do to increase your credit score or FICO score is to maintain a mixed credit. So this could be, like credit cards, utility bills, loans, so on and so forth. Just be careful. Don't overextend yourself. Make sure that you know what you need in order to survive. So don't max out everything, but just have a nice line of credit that will show to a lender when you're ready to buy a house to get that pre-approval done, that you have a history of paying multiple loans on time. This could be something as very small as a small secured loan from the bank, maybe a small credit card. Remember the 30% rule though. But that's a really good way to maintain and increase your credit score. Number 5. So you want to limit the amount of credit inquiries. So I know, we all go shopping. They say, hey, why don't you apply for my credit card? It'll save you money. Every time you do that, especially if you don't think you want the credit card, or maybe you're just doing it for that discount, limit the amount of times that you do that, because that's going to show that you're trying to get more credit than maybe that you need or that you can afford. And that is going to lower your credit score. And when a lender looks at that, when it docks off that many hard pulls on your credit, your credit score goes less. And even though you didn't get the credit card, let's say you didn't even get the credit card, it's still going to lower your credit score. So limit the amount of credit inquiries that you have on your record. So if you don't need the credit card, don't get the credit card. All right. Number 6. This one might surprise you. Keep old credit lines open. Okay, so let's say you've had this like a Visa or a MasterCard and you've had it for years, but you're trying to clean up your credit. You're trying to establish a better credit history. In order to do that, the banks need to see that long history. So if you've had a credit card for many years and you're not using it, don't necessarily close it. Of course, consult with the lender, or if you're trying to get a pre-approval, if they suggest close it, absolutely. But most of the times they're going to say, no, leave that open. Even if you have a large credit limit and you're just not using it, it shows a history that you've made those payments on time and actually paid off that card. Sometimes a credit counselor or a lender may say, you know what, contact this Visa card or MasterCard and ask them to lower your limit. So you still have that long history, but you're lowering that limit just slightly. Because I've seen credit cards, you know, you have a pre-approval for $10,000, $15,000. It's almost ridiculous. So make sure that you kind of limit those, the amounts, but keep the long cards. If you've had a card for a long time, keep it. If you have a couple of them that are like brand new and you're not using them, consult with your lender. He or she may say, go ahead and close those, get those off your record, and will really polish up your credit and raise that credit score. All right, number 7. So if you are struggling with keeping the credit clean and you just kind of need to know what to do, work with a credit counselor. Make sure they're reputable. Make sure they have really positive reviews. I know somebody personally, so if you have this concern and you want to reach out to me, I can definitely pass on your information to him. He's wonderful. He's done many, many things with credit. He can clean it up. He can advise you what to do and how to do it. Get some stuff taken off your credit if you've done the review and you notice something that's not supposed to be there. He can help you eliminate those off your credit. So importantly is to work with a credit counselor and make sure they're reputable. Don't just go grab Joe Schmo offline. You know, make sure that you do your investigating on the person. And if you need someone, definitely give me a call because I have a guy. All right, so bottom line, if you're looking to make a purchase, a big purchase like real estate, and you want to buy that house, definitely reach out. Give me a call at the number listed here. I can help you out. I can give you the advice. I can put you in contact with a credit counselor or a lender to get you that pre-approval. Just remember, if you're paying for a place to live, you're buying a house. You're either buying one for yourself or you're buying one for your landlord.